Our next Francis Talk speaker is someone who will talk about healing.
Yep, someone who is very passionate towards the ocean. She dedicated all of her heart and soul in protecting coral reefs and the cycle of sustainable life. The founder of Francis Coral Warrior.
Wow, I believe today she will touch people's heart with her speech called Protecting a Realm of Paradise. Parents and friends, please welcome
Nalini Mamuli Osenrik.
To be completely honest, I have a strong confession to make. I hate the ocean. If someone ever since my parents took me to Bali 11 years ago, I hated the ocean. If someone had asked me the question mountains or beaches, I wouldn't have hesitated to blurt out mountains. Every time my family went on vacation to coastal areas, I would have always preferred to swim in the swimming pool instead of the ocean. I hated the ocean because because it was so vast and mysterious. I hated the ocean because every time I built a sandcastle by the shore, the water would always come and take it away. Because every time I swam in the ocean, the current would drift me further and further away until my feet couldn't even touch the ground. I hated the ocean because even the smallest of a splash could already sting my eyes. I hated the ocean because it absolutely terrified me. But one day, when I was around 8 or 9 years old, I had decided to watch Finding Dory and Moana. And I was absolutely awestruck. From then on, I had decided that I just had to just keep swimming, and cross that line for myself. And so I did. But first, let me take you on a journey venturing to the eyes of an 8-year-old me. I would like every one of you to imagine yourself in the ocean. Picture yourself surrounded by the greatest sea creatures you could imagine, dancing in the peaceful ocean. Imagine yourself surrounded by an underwater paradise, majestic corals embodying a hymn of colors. Isn't it wonderful? Picturing all the wonderful things that Mother Nature has provided for us? Well, if you ask me, I had fallen in love. But that's where our journey comes to a halt. Because it's time to face a reality far from a mesmerizing spectacle. It's time to face the progressing extinction of corals. Coral extinction is a grave ecological crisis. If corals were to perish, it wouldn't just affect the marine environment or the well-being of the entire planet. It wouldn't just be a disaster, it would be catastrophic. Or, in simpler words, we will all die. If truth be told, corals actually provide food and shelter for fishes that our fishermen catch for them to sell and make a profit out of and for us to consume. Fish is one of the most significant protein sources for humans. Not to imagine living in a world with no fish. We'd all practically be dwarfs. Not to mention the lack of sashimi and sushi. The lack of corals would deprive those of their main source of income and a vital food source for human growth. Did you ever stop to think about that? But it doesn't stop there. Corals play an important part in the air that we get to breathe today, even in the air that we get to inhale and exhale today. In fact, they provide a whopping 70% of the Earth's oxygen. Without corals, by 2050, our next generation may find themselves buying oxygen tanks from Alphamart daily. Do they deserve to be raised in such a heinous environment? Would you want them to grow up in that type of world? But first, I would like to ask every one of you to try and imagine a world without oxygen. I want every one of you to stand up. Please stand up, everyone. I know that you've been sitting for a while, so let's stand up for a while. Okay, so I want every one of you to take a deep breath first. Deep inhale. Now exhale. Okay, now I want every one of you to prepare to hold your breath for the longest time possible. I will start a stopwatch, and for those of you who are unable to hold your breath any longer, feel free to sit down. I have a stopwatch with me, and please give me a yes if everyone is ready. Can I get a yes? Okay, I will start the stopwatch now. Hold your breath, everyone. Only 7 seconds has passed. 10 seconds, everyone. 15 seconds. Again, for those of you who are unable to hold your breath any longer, feel free to sit down. This isn't a competition. 27 seconds. 30 seconds. 35 seconds. 40 seconds. I see a lot of people sitting down. 45 seconds. We're nearing to 1 minute, 56 seconds. 1 minute. 1 minute, everyone. Please, again, sit down if you are unable to hold your breath any longer, and breathe. 1 minute, 15 seconds. I still see people standing up. 2 people left, 2 people left. 1 minute, 23 seconds. Oh, 1 minute, 25 seconds. 1 minute, 30 seconds. I think we might reach 2 minutes with these. 1 minute, 40 seconds. 1 minute, 48 seconds. Okay, I think there's still one person standing up. Angel? Yeah. We're reading 2 minutes. 2 minutes and 5 seconds. Oh, there's still one. There's still one. Afner. Afner, 2 minutes and 15 seconds. Wow, 2 minutes, 20 seconds. Someone please check his pulse. Okay, so, Afner, you reached 2 minutes and 30 seconds. A big round of applause. Okay, you can all breathe now. Now, I want every one of you who lasted under 30 seconds to please raise your hands. Who lasted under 30 seconds? How about who lasted until 40 seconds? 40 seconds? Okay, a lot of hands here. 1 minute. Who lasted 1 minute? All right, okay, a lot of you there. 1 minute and 30 seconds. Okay, Coach Anga. And finally, to Afner, 2 minutes and 30 seconds. All right, if the average amount of time that we can last without oxygen is 40 seconds, how would the next generation be able to survive? In fact, as I previously mentioned, they won't. They will all die. If truth be told, the very things leading to the perishing of corals actually lay bloody on our hands. Human activities, something that even you might do, such as throwing plastic bottles into the organic bin or throwing plastic bags into the river, to something as extreme as oil spills, an extensive carbon footprint, or industrial waste, are all responsible for the murdering of corals. And pollutions such as industrial and agricultural waste are also responsible for global warming, which would then lead water temperatures to spike and fall uncontrollably. stressing coral polyps or organisms that make up of a coral to lose their algae, which will then lead them to die. Additionally, while fish may be important, I'm pretty sure we have all heard of the phrase, nothing is better than too much of something. Overfishing is extremely common in Indonesia, even more so globally. Due to economical conditions, fishermen tend to fish with destructive gears and intoxicating methods in order to get more fish. However, these methods will then harm corals in the process. And these issues that I have mentioned merely brush the face of the problem we are actually facing. Corals are like the cells in our hearts. Without the heart, the body is unable to thrive due to a lack of oxygenated blood. Similarly, if corals were to perish, it will be devastatingly fatal, and we cannot afford to let that happen. Therefore, on May 23rd, 2022, after visiting 4 elementary schools and raising awareness about corals, Francis Coral Warriors was born. Francis Coral Warriors is an organization established by Francis School students. And as the name suggests, we serve to protect and preserve corals all around Indonesia. Unfortunately, only 6% of Indonesia's corals are in good condition, and we must not let that percentage go down. Truthfully, Francis Coral Warriors was created to support and promote the creation of artificial reefs, or artworks that created by Teguh Osenrik. These metal structures that come in many different forms are transplanted with a coral substrate that would then attract coral polyps and grow into beautiful coral reefs. And while these metal structures may seem of no use to you, they are actually changing the world for the better. For example, this is one of the artificial reefs in the year 2015, and this is it in just 3 years. 3 years, everyone. Incredible, right? I think it's safe to say that over the last 8 years, Teguh Osenrik has managed to restore Indonesia's corals. And I think he's in the audience with us today. If Pak Teguh Osenrik, can you please stand up? Where are you? Here? Are you here? Let's give him a big round of applause. I would like to thank you for your service to the ocean, and you may sit down and enjoy the rest of the show. And we, Francis Coral Warriors, also take real action from the deployment of our very own artificial reef, from the Kurma Amerta series, a series of turtle-shaped structures made out of scrap metal that are deployed all around northern Bali. The name itself meaning turtles, pillars of the universe. The turtle shape was chosen as, fun fact, turtles are actually very productive animals that keep the marine environment going the way it should. And the Kurma Amerta structure serves exactly that purpose. Therefore, on June 8th, 2023, we deployed our very own Kurma Amerta. Let's give another big round of applause. In addition, last year, we traveled to Bali and visited 4 elementary schools, and we told them on how corals are facing dangers every day, with a special twist. Storytelling. We told the stories of 2 corals, namely Kori and Kocha. We told the story of how they constantly fear for their safety due to human endangerment. We also told them on how they could help and how they should spread word of this issue. And they did. Recently, we had just gotten word from the head of the village that waste production is actually decreasing in these villages due to these children using the plastic substitutes that we had provided for them. Amazing, right? Okay, to simplify, we are currently standing in a critical corner. Every action we take will either dirty up our hands with the future generation's peace of mind, or will determine a peaceful future for them to enjoy. Francis Coral Warriors strives for a better future. However, an organization simply consisting of only 4 people isn't enough. You know who can help? You guys. You can help, every one of you. You can start from simple actions such as embracing sustainable practices or advocating for better environmental policies. You can also help by supporting other environmental organizations. Let your actions today ensure that the vibrant colors of the ocean continue to entertain generations to come. Besides, if a 13-year-old nobody who conquered her thalassophobia cares enough to take action, why can't you? Thank you.